Welcome back, everyone, to our career mode series of NASCAR Heat 3. We're now down to the final couple of races in NASCAR Heat 3 before we move on very, very soon to NASCAR Heat 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to run Texas in today's video, and then we're going to finish up with Homestead. I wanted to make sure I got those done before we move on to NASCAR Heat 4, just so we can wrap a nice bow around this career mode. Now, if we were going to move forward into another season, if we had time to do that, then the one thing I would really be focused on, if we come over to facility, is picking up at least one more chassis. Now, the chassis I would be looking to pick up would most likely be the Super Speedway. Now, the reason I haven't done that to this point, well, a couple of reasons. Number one, I knew this was going to be our last season in NASCAR Heat 3, but the other thing is, if we come in to purchase chassis, Super Speedway chassis is going to cost us $8.2 million, which is a huge amount of money up to this point for us as we've been building our team. And right now, you can see in the top right-hand corner, we only have $7.3 million, so it would still be just a bit longer before we would be able to make this purchase. Now, granted, we would be able to do this before the Homestead race and before the end of the season, but it's taken quite a while to amass enough money to really get where we need to be with regards to the number of chassis. And then still, even after that, we wouldn't have a road course chassis. So there's a lot of progress that is built in to the career mode, which I really like. It can take you a while to be really competitive at every style of track if you really want to leave the AI at maximum difficulty, because we've already seen you can't compete with the AI on max difficulty if you're using, equipment that is, 85s across the board or less for sure. And so I do like that aspect of it, and I hope that continues over to NASCAR Heat 4 with some of the additional tweaks that they've made. So let's go ahead and get ready for our next race. Let's get prepared, which means we need to adjust the work plan. And of course, we're going to be using a Speedway chassis at Texas, and then we're going to get our other Speedway chassis. We're going to start work on it for Homestead. So we're not going to worry about Phoenix in the middle there. It's just not a huge deal at this point in time. Now, if we were going to run additional seasons, if we had time for that, then absolutely we'd be looking forward to Phoenix. I absolutely love Phoenix. Racing at Phoenix is quite a bit of fun. All right, let's go ahead and start that work plan. And there you see it, bay number 1, 100s across the board. All right, I believe all that looks good. Let's click on Go Race, and we're going to choose bay number 1. Let's head to the track. All right, folks, it is race time here at Texas. So once again, we're going to be starting in the rear of the field just to make things as difficult as possible. And of course, at Texas, we have seen many times the AI at Texas leave a lot to be desired, particularly if we get 3 wide with them. They do not like that at all. They tend to panic quite a bit. So this should be interesting coming from the rear of the field. We're starting on the outside, and as much as I would love to go to the outside and try to make as many passes as possible, we also know there's quite a bit of danger for us out there. Ooh, look out. Everybody checked up there.
Stay high, stay high. Careful.
In 1 and 2.
That car there's on your inside.
So we're going to try to be as safe as we can be while still trying to make some passes. So we're still going to take it 3 wide. I mean, there's no reason not to. We don't want to ride around in the back. And right now, that's our only option, is everybody's running 2 by 2.
That car there's on your inside. 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 Inside, inside.
So far, so good. Now, on the straightaways, I'm running basically half throttle.
Inside, inside.
Trying to give these guys a little bit of room, and I know they're a little bit off the pace.
Still there. All right, now you're clear.
These guys are all over each other. And as we've talked about many times, The AI in this game just don't know what to do when they get all stacked up.
Still there.
All right, this is not good. Oh my goodness, what is 32 car doing?
Careful now. Still there.
He just came to a stop in turns 3 and 4, so that's certainly not going to help us any.
Still there. All right, now you're clear.
All right, let's see if we can get clear of him so we can move on a little bit. Things are starting to spread out a little bit, and of course, the more they spread out, the better it is for us. All right, we do not want to see 3 wide, so y'all get that stuff taken care of.
Inside.
Oh, I'm not really interested in being in the middle
Stay on the bottom right here. Careful. Still
of
there.
3 wide.
Wow, that's fast. Clear all around.
Okay, so somehow we survived that. Yeah, 3 wide in the middle with these guys is not at all where we want to be.
Careful now. Still there.
Now we'll take it to the inside and pass 3 cars
You need to stay on the bottom right here.
at
Still
one
there.
time in one series of corners. Now I'm definitely okay with that.
All right, now you're clear.
All right, so we're clear. We can get back up here on the high side a little bit. We're up to 28th, but we're halfway through stage 1.
Still there.
So we got to get a move on, get as much as we can
Clear
here,
low. Clear
and
low.
then try to pick up a huge amount in stage 2 as well.
Clear all around. All right, careful now. Still there.
Oh, little love tap there from the 3.
Careful. Still there. All right, now you're clear. Stay high. Stay high. Still there.
Wow.
Clear low, bud. Clear low.
All right, we've almost made it up through half of the field at this point. So not a bad start. We need to pass as many cars as we possibly can,
Still there.
as quickly as we can. But the fact that they're getting spread out like this is infinitely
Got
better
one
for
down low
us
now. Got one down low. Inside.
than when they're running 2 by 2 for several rows deep. That is no good for us.
Still there. Couple more turns. 2 more. 2 to go. Bottom lane's clear. Use it if you need it.
All right, now we're clear of, I believe that was David Reagan that we just passed. So now we are in the top 20. Let's see what we've got for Gray Gaulding. By the way, this is a great run for him. Running 18th, that would be pretty awesome for that group.
1 more to go.
All right, if we wanted to start on the inside lane, then we would leave him alone and not try to pass him, but that's not really what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to pass all the cars we can, and whatever position that puts us in is just wherever it puts us. So 18th position here in stage number 1, not bad. Not bad. We passed about half of the cars. Now, hopefully in stage number 2, we can pass the other half. No reason to pit here. 33 laps remaining. Tires and fuel are a non-issue. I really hope at some point in the future they can disconnect tire wear from fuel, because I don't like running 9 or 10 lap stints on fuel when you use the multiplier there. I don't like that at all. That's why I don't use it. I want to run long green flag runs where the tires wear out quite a bit.
Still there.
All right, so another 10 lap stint.
Careful. Still there.
Okay, so far so good. Looks like we're going to survive a lap anyway.
Hold your line.
I really don't want to go 3 wide too much here, because I know we're pressing our luck. It's only a matter of time before we get put into the wall and probably wrecked if we get 3
Hang tight,
wide.
sir, driver. Hold this line here.
But you can see, if I just follow along with these guys, I'm going to go nowhere. In fact, we're going to end up going backwards because these guys in the outside lane go nowhere. They don't make passes.
Still there.
And so at a certain point, I just get aggravated with the whole thing and we start taking some chances.
Careful.
Trying to give
Still
these
there.
guys as much room as I can.
You got all the room you need, man. You're clear.
All right, there we go. And so as I look up ahead of me, what I really want to see is things starting to get single file. That's going to be the most helpful for us.
Clear all around.
And as I get to these 2x2 battles, where I really want to be is on the bottom if I'm going to be taking it 3 wide. But right now we just don't really have a good opportunity to get there.
All right, careful now. Still there. That car there's on your inside. Inside. All clear. Need you to stay up high here.
All right, once
Stay
again,
up
just
high.
nowhere to
Careful
go.
now. Still there.
Right there, running half throttle on the straights.
Still there.
Try to make this happen. Woof,
5 to
there's just
go.
not a
You
lot
got
of
this.
room out here. Okay, Denny Hamlin goes
Stay up high
down
here.
to the
Stay up
bottom
high.
to get single
Careful.
file. That's going to
Still
open
there.
up a groove on the outside for us.
Careful. Still there. All right, now you're clear. Stay high. Stay high.
Look out.
Still there.
Once again, no room.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
All right, trying to tiptoe through this as best I can.
Still there.
They're starting to spread out a little bit, and I'm trying to give them time, but we're also running out of laps.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
That was a big lift for the 18 on corner entry there.
Still there.
But we all came through it okay. All right, so now they're spreading out a little
Bottom
bit
lane's
through
clear.
here.
Use it if you need it. All clear.
All right, he said all clear, but that's obviously
Stay high,
not
stay
true.
high. Still there.
We are anything but clear.
All right, careful now. Still there.
All right, let's try the bottom a little bit here.
Hang tight
All right,
there,
coming
driver.
to the
Hold
white
this
flag
line
here in stage number 2.
Last lap. You need one good
Ooh,
lap.
look at
It's
that.
fine.
He is going to block.
Need you to stay on the bottom right
Big
here.
time.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
I wasn't really interested in
Careful,
forcing the
still there.
issue all that much.
All right, now you're clear.
Oh, hello, Ricky Stenhouse. I hope you spin out
Hold your
right
line.
now.
You got one inside. Hold your line.
All right, so that's going to cost us 1 position as we come to the end
Still there.
of stage number
Nice
2.
driving that stage.
So
Go
once
for
again,
it.
we'll start on the
Good job.
outside of stage 3. That was a very daring maneuver. And had I not lifted out of the throttle, then Stenhouse was headed straight for the inside wall. As it was, I only clipped him a little bit. So that's another kind of behavior I hope goes away in NASCAR Heat 4, but I kind of doubt it. I'm not going to hold my breath that that goes away. Because that's not a block, that's a
We're
chop
going
right
green
there.
this time. All right, be ready.
All right, so once again, here on the outside lane,
Still there.
and let's see what we can do with this. These guys
Still
are just
there.
darting
Got
all
one
over the
down low
place.
now. Got one down low, inside.
I'd prefer they not.
Stay high, still there.
Once again, not even full throttle on the straightaway. Oh no, that's 3 wide in front of us. That is anything but
Got
good.
one down low now. Got one
Oh,
down low,
look out.
inside.
And so there it is, folks. This is why I am very ready for NASCAR Heat 4. So we're coming through turn 4, and then all of a sudden Jimmy Johnson decides to put the brakes on because he's running 3 wide. And at that point, there's just nowhere to go. So here we are, rolling backwards with a crushed race car. So that's how, unfortunately, let's go ahead and finally stop it from rolling. So that's how our Texas race is going to end, unfortunately. Now, the other thing you notice, there's no caution at all. They've got to get some of this stuff cleared up. This is just not good, and it's certainly, above all else, it is not fun. So an unfortunate ending to what could have been an otherwise fun race. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned as we will continue for one more episode, our career mode series of NASCAR Heat 3.